Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a very exciting one because I am going to be sharing with you my entire makeup collection. Now keep in mind, I don't have a huge collection. Like most of the time when people say, oh, I'm going to be sharing my makeup collection, you're expecting to see like a big vanity, tons and tons of drawers, and like an entire makeup store in their house itself. That's not what you're going to see over here in today's video, because I always thought I wanted something like that. I always wanted to get a set of IKEA drawers, have a huge collection of makeup, but I think the older I grew and the more I understood that it's not realistic to have that much amount of makeup, especially for someone who has like their favorite products, who doesn't tend to experiment too much with her makeup. I have a specific set of products that I like to use, a specific like set of like categories of products that I like, etc. And I mean, you see me wearing this makeup every single time whenever I film a video, so you know that I have a very specific kind of makeup that I like and that I wear and that is useful to me, and no one is going to go through the drawers and drawers and drawers of makeup that they have. That being said, of course, I'm not going to shame anyone who has a big makeup collection, because I'm sure that they review and try and test out those products and then eventually declutter stuff as well. It's not like they're just hoarding makeup. I mean, I know some people do, but that's not the point. I think we're going on a different tangent altogether. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my makeup collection with you, and I'm very happy and like proud to let you know that for me, a big goal was that I want my entire makeup collection to fit in one pouch. Like, I want everything to be in one pouch, which I can carry around with me, which I can not like have even stuff scattered around in my house, because earlier when I did have like certain things here, certain things there, etc., I just forgot a lot of times about the stuff that I had. So having everything in one pouch altogether is very helpful and beneficial in that sense, because I know what I have and everything is right in front of my eyes. So that is great. By the way, if you're hearing the sound in the background, I'm very sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. If you've watched my other videos, you know redevelopment ka kaam chalu hai. Literally right behind this wall, the building is getting reconstructed and there's redevelopment happening. So we're gonna have to bear with this for as long as that happens. So yeah, get used to it. I can do nothing, literally nothing. But any which ways, this is a pouch that I got from Amazon a couple of months ago actually, and it's a very popular style of pouch. Like you can see, they have this zip that is right in the middle, and then when you open it, you have you have this kind of trying to show you, yeah, you have a zip in the middle, which I do not use, but you have like two sides and two sets, which is not really exactly a demarcation, because ye jo how do I show this to you? Yeah, this partition that's there, it's not really stuck to the base of the pouch, so it's basically one big unit, and then there is this random pouch in the center. But this is something that I got from Amazon. If you want, I will link this down below. They have a couple of different colors, but I wanted black, so that's what I got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take stuff out of this, and I'll try to do it in some sort of an order where I can do it like category wise. So we'll start with like base, and then eyes, and then blush, and then, you know, the rest of the stuff. You know how it goes. And then I'm also going to take you through this right here. This is a lipstick organizer. It's got 24 slots basically in it, and this is what my entire lipstick collection looks like. So I have them basically categorized, I would say, brand wise. So like we have Verified together, then we have two Maybelline Super Stay Mattings, and then we have one more Maybelline lipstick. We have lip crayons together. We have a row of Plum liquid lipsticks. We have Miss Claire liquid lipsticks in the front. Then we have two from Verified, one from MAC, some lip balms kind of over here. So I will of course take you through all of this and show you exactly what I have. But just to like introduce this to you, this is my lipstick organizer where I try to keep all of my lipsticks. Of course, some of these are not here. Like even today for this video, I actually had to go into my office bag and grab some lipsticks out of there because some live there, majority of my collection lives here. Also, I want to let you know that my goal for my lipstick collection is to not exceed this lipstick organizer. It stores 24 lip products, which means that's pretty much what I want to have at one point of time. Of course, if I'm decluttering any or using up any and there are empty slots to fill, then I will allow myself to buy more lipsticks and try out more lipsticks. But until and unless I don't declutter any out of these, or I don't use up any of the lipsticks out of these, I will not be buying more. So that's that. Again, like I said, I will take you through this as well and show you all the lipsticks that I have. But first we'll start with the rest of our makeup, which is not lip products. So for loose powders, I have the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. The shade I have is actually 20 light medium, which does oxidize actually a little bit on me. I find it to be a little bit deeper than what I would like. So that's that. This has pigment in it, so it's kind of like a loose powder foundation, or you can also consider this to be like a similarish product to the Bare Minerals loose powder foundation that is really popular in the US. I know this one is also pretty popular like all around the globe, but specifically because I don't think we have loose powder foundations that are easily available in India. I don't know of any. If you know of any, let me know. But this is the one that is the closest, and of course it's an affordable, accessible drugstore brand. So this is a great recommendation I would want to give anyone who has oily skin, who wants more coverage but wants to go for a loose powder kind of a product. So you should highly check out this one. Now the one that I've been using the most and I am pretty much almost out of, this is the one that I'm wearing today also on my face, and I've been using this since I want to say March or April religiously. And while I'm filming this video in October, I think you'll be seeing this also in October itself. So it's been 6 months. Yeah, it's been 6 months since I've been using this, and I think I will be out of this by the end of the year. So this is the Makeup Revolution. I didn't even say that. This is the Makeup Revolution Luxury Banana Powder. The writing has completely gone off from the front of the product, but I mean, clearly know this is the only product that has this kind of a packaging, I believe. But yeah, this is an amazing banana kind of a shade. So I think for me personally and for my shade, like my skin tone, this is the best shade, and this is probably the best value for money powder that you will find in the Indian market. For the price, for the quantity that you get, and for how long this is gonna last you, it is absolutely amazing. I love it. I will say though that sometimes this doesn't work with certain sunscreens underneath. Like, I don't use a primer separately, I just do my skincare, and then this is the first step of makeup that I put on my face. So if you are going to use this like I would, I will let you know that sometimes it might not necessarily wear the best. You have to make sure that your sunscreen pairs well with your makeup. So that might cause an issue sometimes. I just want to give you that little disclaimer basically. But yeah, that's my go-to loose powder at the moment. Then I have two more, which I'm planning to get more into once I use up the Makeup Revolution one. But I have tested this I think once or twice even on camera. This is the Dr. Earth Snow Dust Setting Powder. This was actually very surprising when I saw this. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. It is literally white, so I was so scared that this is not going to look good on my skin at all, but it actually does look pretty good. This is what it looks like. So you can see it's like literally white. So I was scared that this was not going to look good on me, but it actually does. You just need to make sure you don't pile on too much, otherwise it's definitely going to look like, you know, you put Pond's ka powder on your face. So just be a little bit careful about that. But because I haven't used it too much, I cannot give you a full review on it just yet. And then another product I feel very similarly on, like I've used it a couple of times, but I cannot give you a full review on, though I do like it. I will let you know that. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. Again, along with the Dr. Earth one, I tried this one as well. I did like a half and half in a video that I'm pretty sure you've seen by now because I filmed that a long time back. This is something that I got from Nykaa. Actually, I think abroad, if you see this, the packaging on this one is different. I think it's black, but I think the one available here in India is orange, peachish, whatever color you want to call it. So yeah, that's that. Again, first impression wise, I really liked it, but I haven't used it enough to give you a full-on review, so I will not really comment too much on that. These are pretty much all the loose powders that I own. Then we have, let's quickly talk about liquid liner, because there isn't much to talk about here. The one that I've been using currently is the Faces All-Time Pro Matte Play Eyeliner. I am almost like done with this. I've used it for months and months and months, and it's very close to like drying up completely now, but it is what I'm wearing currently on my eyes, in case you are wondering. And I have two backups because this was on buy one get one free, so that's why I have two. This is the Color Bar All Matte Eyeliner. I kind of switch between Faces and Color Bar. Both of them have a matte black eyeliner, which I'm a very big fan of. I think Faces has a blue color also in this exact same product, but I go for black liquid liners which are matte all the time, and I switch between buying Color Bar or Faces, whichever is on offer, whichever is easily available and is a better price and a better value. That's the one I'll go for, and I really like a black matte eyeliner look, and I don't experiment too much also, which is why I don't have too many. Then we have okay, let me quickly talk about these two foundations actually that I own. I don't wear them a ton, and I also sometimes actually forget that I own them, which is why I didn't speak about it along with loose powders. But I have a mini of the Lakme 9 to 5 Weightless Mousse Foundation. My shade is 02 Beige Vanilla, and the reason I have a super tiny one of this is because I don't wear foundation a ton, so it doesn't make sense for me to buy the full size. This one is 6 grams, and it's a really nice foundation actually. It's a very like natural foundation also, but for me, I wouldn't even wear this on everyday basis. I would only wear this on a special occasion if I really want to have a more glam makeup, where I'm wearing a foundation first and then I have loose powder, you know, that kind of stuff basically. So I have this, and then I have a stick foundation. This one is from Sugar. This is called their Ace of Face foundation stick, and my shade is 10 Latte. Now this is the one that has a brush on one side, and then you have your stick foundation on the other side. Now the reason why I bought this is because actually my bhabhi's sister, so I don't know rishte mein wo meri kya lagti hai, but we're really close. I'm very close to my bhabhi and her sister, so I remember there was this function at their house which I went for. I don't remember what function it was, but I went there for a function. I think it was her baby shower, like my bhabhi's baby shower, and her sister was obviously there. So I was doing my bhabhi's sister's makeup, and she had this. Either of them owned it, I don't remember, but she had this, and she's not really into makeup, so she was like, can you please put this on me, like help me do my foundation to look a little bit more put together. So I said, yeah, sure, why not. And she pulled this out, of course hers, not mine. So she pulled it out, and I was like, okay, let me like swipe it on her face and then blend it with the brush, and it looked so smooth, flawless, and it literally looked like she was not wearing any makeup at all, but her skin looked so nice and perfected. So, and by the way, she has pretty flawless skin. She doesn't break out, she doesn't have hyperpigmentation or anything, so I think that is also something we need to take into account. But yeah, it looked flawless on her skin, and I'm like, wow, this foundation looks really nice, and that's what sold me into buying mine. And this was actually, I want to say a year ago probably. So post that, I decided to buy this because my brother actually got married in April. So for that, like before that, I wanted, you know, I was thinking, should I actually buy a foundation for the makeup that I will do for myself in his wedding functions. So that's when I bought this, and I did use it as well, and I liked it. But again, I think it would be much better for someone like me to buy like a mini instead of having a full-size foundation stick that I will probably never go through. This has 12 grams of product, and I will never fully use this up. I'm pretty sure about that. So yeah, in that sense, I think we'll have to see. Time will tell how much I'm going to actually use this. I think till date I must have just used it like 2 or 3 times maybe. So yeah, and that's because I've never found an occasion to wear it. That's the only thing, is that I'm not a foundation person. But otherwise, I think it's a great product, and I would highly recommend you to check it out because it looks beautiful on the skin for sure, and it doesn't look like makeup at all, which I really like. Let's move on. I felt like I spoke about those for a while. Let's move on to eyeshadow palette next. Now for eyeshadow palettes, I actually have 3, and that's astonishing for someone who has worn bronzer in her crease the entire year. So I have a Z palette in which I have depotted a lot of the shades from my favorite Colourpop palettes. If you have been following me for the past few years on my channel, you would have seen me buy a bunch of Colourpop palettes from the US over the years, but I have never stuck to using those consistently. What I did is I depotted the shades that I love from those palettes, and then I just decluttered the rest of my palettes. So these are all the shades I have. These 2 big ones are actually full-size single shadows that you can buy from Colourpop, and then the smaller pans are from Colourpop palettes. Like if you have their 9-pan palettes or their 12-pan, 16-pan, how many ever pans there are in their eyeshadow palettes, you will find the smaller size in those. And then if you buy the single Colourpop like powder shadows, you will get bigger pans. So this is a Z palette, and it's from the brand Z palette actually. If you can see over here, yeah. So this is oh, I just noticed some of these have like fungus growing on them, so I'm gonna have to probably throw some of these away. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't use your eyeshadows. They start growing fungus on them. Amazing. So yes, I'm gonna have to go through these and see which ones I'm gonna actually keep, and it's definitely not gonna be the ones that have fungus on them, and then the others are just gonna go, yeah, the others are just gonna go bye-bye. Okay, yeah, that was a reminder I did not want, but I definitely needed, is to use my eyeshadows, otherwise they're just gonna be destroyed. So yes, we will do a separate declutter situation for that. But moving on, next I have 2 more eyeshadow palettes actually. This the first one is the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. Again, you've seen me mention this recently a couple of times, because again, the same April wedding that I mentioned, my brother's wedding, I was actually wearing the purple in this palette for one of my outfits, which was a purple, like violet, deep violet lehenga. I was wearing this eyeshadow, and then for the reception outfit, which was a blue, like a teal blue outfit, I was wearing this eyeshadow on that day. And then of course all the other shades are neutral shades in this palette. So yes, this palette is very I mean, it looks more used than I've actually used it. So yeah, this is a very this is one of the palettes that I don't know, I never have the heart to declutter. A lot of my other palettes I have decluttered, in fact most of them, but this is the only one that I haven't, like I just don't have the heart to declutter that one. And on occasion it does get used by me, so that's that. And then recently I actually repurchased an eyeshadow palette that I've owned in the past, and I don't know what happened to it. Did I hit pan on a lot of the shades, or did I just like, did it break and that's why then I threw it away? I don't remember. But this is the Rosé in the Air from Wet n Wild. I'm glad that this palette is still around, because it's one of the most affordable eyeshadows that you will find out there. And it's just amazing. Like, all the shades in here are so beginner friendly. You have 2 giant pans of transition shades, and these are probably the 2 shades I'm going to use the most, so I'm glad that these come in such big sizes. And then I also love like these shades in the top row over here, and then the orange and the red and the pink I might probably not use as much, but all the other shades I'm going to get a lot of use and wear out of eventually. So once I get over my bronzer contour in the crease phase, I'm going to move on to using this palette as well. And I'm trying to find a way to like rotate all these products into my like shop my stash as often as I possibly can, so that all of them get used and don't grow fungus like those Colourpop eyeshadows did. So yes, that's that. Since we mentioned bronzer in the crease, let me talk about the duo. Basically, I mean, this is a duo, even though I'm just using one product a ton out of this. This is my Avon Mark Dual Glow Cheek Color and Highlighter in the shade Beach Babe. So basically it's a bronzer and a highlighter, and this is the duo. But I don't use the highlighter at all. What I use is the bronzer, but since you can see the pan is so small, I would rather use this as a crease color with an eyeshadow brush for my eyeshadow basically. And that's what I've been doing. And I don't know how well you can tell, but there is a big crater in the center of this pan, so I'm waiting to like hit pan on this. And then I have a similar duo, but this is a contour with a highlighter, and this is the shade Basking Beauty, again from Avon itself, and this is what it looks like. This is the contour, which is not as used as the one over here. And then again we have a highlighter which is not going to be used. So I am thinking of focusing on this one in 2024, but then I'm also thinking if I just focus on these and using up these, I will never get to my eyeshadows. So that's why I said I want to figure out a way to rotate all these products often in my shop my stash and get use out of all of them, not just focus on one for the entire year. So that's that. Let's see how well we do on that. Then let's move on and talk about another palette basically, and this is a face palette. This is from Sugar. This is the Contour de Force face palette, which has 3 shades. There's a contour, there's a highlighter, and there's a blush. The blush is my least used shade. The highlighter I might still use, but not as often. But my most used shade is their contour. It's also the contour that I have today on my face, and on most days when you see a contour on my face, it's this one. So yes, I absolutely love it. And I think once I like hit pan on this and use it up, I will probably you know, just get rid of this palette, because it's also very old. I've owned it for years and years and years. And what I would do is I would repurchase the contour shade in this format. So this is basically the Contour de Force in a single form, and this is actually the bronzer in the shade Woody Wonder. I hope that these are still available and still around. I know that the palette is, but I hope these individuals are also available. And this is a great bronzer, and it's also a very affordable, blendable, easy to use you know, bronzer that I would recommend, in fact, to anyone out there. You know, if you're not too much into makeup but you want to grow your collection without spending too much money. This was, I think, $300, which is amazing. The price might have gone a little bit up since the time I bought it, but it's still going to be under $500, which is so amazing. And yeah, like I said, if I'm not contouring and I'm bronzing, I would either use this, or I would use my Marc Jacobs bronzer, which is right here. It's in the shade Tantastic, and it's their Omega bronzer. Now I do not want to show you the mirror on this one because I actually shattered the mirror, but this is what my bronzer looks like. Again, it doesn't look used that much, but if you look closely, you will see that the texture print on this is kind of wearing out a little bit, which tells you that I've been using it at least a little bit, but it's going to take me forever and a half to use up the entire thing. So I don't know for how long I'm going to keep this. I've already owned it for a few years, and I want to use it consistently as much as possible, and at least hit pan on it. Like, that would be my goal, which I know is a crazy goal, but I want to at least hit pan on it before I have to get rid of it, if not use it up completely, which is most likely never gonna happen. But yeah, again, it's an amazing bronzer. Unfortunately, it's discontinued, so you cannot get it anymore, which is heartbreaking, because if you could, I would probably get a new one. It's that amazing. And please consider it's a high-end product, so for me to actually say I would repurchase it is crazy, but it's amazing, which is why I would consider repurchasing if Marc Jacobs Beauty was even around anymore. So that tells you how much I love it. Then I want to quickly talk about this eyebrow product because I forgot to mention it when I was talking about eyes. This is the Plum, I forgot what the name of this is. Yeah, I Swear by Eyebrow Definer, I think is what it's called. And I have the gray shade. They have a gray shade and they have a brown shade. The one that I have is the gray shade actually. And this is, it actually comes with a spoolie. The spoolie broke off from here and I don't even use the spoolie that much, so I don't really mind, but I just have to twist it up and I just go through my brows a little bit to define them. I don't really do my brows too much, and I've never felt the need to do my brows even, but I think the past year or 2 years maybe, I actually noticed that my brows looked a little just unfinished, and like my makeup didn't look complete because I was not doing my brows. So I was like, let me try an affordable brow product, something that's not gonna cost too much, and see if it makes a difference. And this one actually brings my entire makeup together when I do my brows, and now if I don't do it, I feel like my makeup looks unfinished again. So that's why I've been doing it. But this is something that is going to truly be a great investment because I've owned this I think for a year and I am nowhere close to finishing it up. I still have a ton of product inside, so this is something you have to buy like once in 2 years and it's going to last you. And I literally use this every single day, or at least every time I do my makeup I use this and I'm still not out of it. So that's saying a lot. It's a great value for the money that you're spending, and you're not spending too much money either, so that's great. Now moving on, next let's talk about blushes. We have quite a few blushes. How many do we have? 5? Yeah, we have 5 blushes. The first one is from Color Bar. It is my matte illusion blush in the shade Veiled Merlot. And you guys, I have a project pan spoiler on this one. I have hit pan on this baby, and it just happened today morning. In fact, I mean, I've already hit pan a little bit over here in the corner, but now you can actually see the metallic pan shining through over here, and I am so happy, you guys. I will probably be done with this blush completely either by the end of this year or maybe at least the first 6 months of 2024. I know for sure that I will have like the pan completely clean, no product left inside, and I am so excited for this to be my first ever blush empty. I've never had a blush empty before, so this is going to be so freaking exciting. So yeah, very happy about that, and I absolutely love this blush. If you love a nice matte blush, something, by the way, I'm wearing Veiled Merlot today on my cheeks, I didn't mention that, but yeah, if you're looking for a good nude matte blush, something that looks very natural on the cheeks but will still give you a flash of color, highly recommend Veiled Merlot from Plum, not from Plum, from Color Bar, and it's their matte illusion blush. Then we have one more like affordable blush. This is from Faces, and this is actually something that I discovered on accident. I got it free with one of my Nykaa orders. I was never planning on buying this, but then I got it free, so I'm like, chalo, let's try it out. And it's amazing, and it's so affordable. It's even more affordable than the Color Bar one. This is their Faces Canada Berry Blush, and this one is in the shade number 05, and it's just for $350, you guys. I think even the Color Bar blush would cost you around 600-700 rupees, which is a great price still, but this is even more affordable. This is 350 rupees, so basically like half. And this is what it looks like. It definitely looks very bright and very intense. It's not that intense. Like if you really pack a punch, then it will be this intense, but if you go lightly, you can definitely get a more subtle application of color. And it's a beautiful, again, matte blush, like you can see, and I really love this one as well. If I want to go a little bit more heavy with my blush, I will go for this, and if I want like a nude everyday blush, then I will go for this. These are the only 2 blushes that I have which are easily available in India, because the other 3 that I have are from Tarte. It's their Amazonian clay blushes, and I have 3 shades. I have Exposed, which in my opinion is very similar to Veiled Merlot from Color Bar, but this is what it looks like. Then we have Captivating from Tarte again, which is more of orangey peachy kind of a shade. And then we have Charmed, which is your Barbie pink kind of a blush, and this is what it looks like. So these are the other 3 blushes that I have from Tarte, which I got in a gift set actually. You know, Tarte does those gift sets, right, during the holiday season. So I bought this I think last year or the year before that, and I absolutely love these as well. They're so long lasting, so pigmented. A little goes a long way, and I'm going to probably own these for the next 5 years at least. I know that for sure. So yes, love these blushes as well. Now for highlighter, I just have one highlighter because I don't really wear highlighter too much, and this is again from Faces. It's their All-Time Pro Illuminating Powder, and this is what it looks like. It's a giant pan of highlighter, so if you love highlighter, you're gonna love that you get so much product in here. But of course, because I don't wear highlighter too much, you cannot see. I mean, you can still see there's a little bit use on this, but even the F logo in the center of the pan hasn't completely gone away, so that tells you I have not used this as much as you would expect me to. But I absolutely love this highlighter. It can be applied like in a very natural way, or you can go super duper blinding and build this up as well. And again, super duper affordable, easily available in India. Obviously you can buy it from anywhere. And yes, that's all for my face products. Now I do have 3 lip products which I keep in the same black pouch right here, which I showed you earlier. One is a lipstick backup. This is the backup of Plum Truffle Teas. I already have one, which was my first one, and then I bought this backup during, I think, their buy one get one that they had going on their lipsticks. That's when I bought that. And then I have these 2 Nykaa Ultra Matte lipsticks. I have Mona Lisa and I have Diana. Now the reason I don't store these in that lipstick organizer is because if you see the packaging on this one, it's this square bullet basically, and this bullet doesn't easily fit in my lipstick organizer. In fact, I've had both of these in the past, and those actually got stuck in the organizer, and then I had to literally conduct a surgery on it to get those out. But they were so damaged at that point where I had to just throw them away, so I did repurchase both of these actually. But yeah, now I just store these in their cardboard box itself in this pouch. So these are my only lipsticks that live in the pouch. All my other lipsticks live in the lipstick organizer itself. So I know this video is already half an hour long, but we're going to take a mini break, and then we're going to get back into showing you all the lipsticks which are in my lipstick organizer. So I'm going to be back in a second for you, but I'm going to take like a 5-10 minute break, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to do the lipstick portion of this video kind of like close up, where I'm not showing you my face. I'm just directly taking you through all the lip products that are here. So like you can see, we have 3 lipsticks from Miss Claire, which are right here in the front. We have the numbers 08, 02 and 06. So 08 is actually what I'm wearing in the first portion of this video on my lips. 02 is like a nice nude pink, very everyday shade, and then 08 is like a true nude. So yes, in case you were wondering, that's what these 3 are. I know that I'm not going to be able to give you very good look into them in this video, but I actually have an entire best and worst of liquid lipsticks video in which you will see all my liquid lipsticks swatched on my hands, and I'm actually showing you the shades up close in action. So go and check out that in case you want to see swatches, because I won't be doing swatches again today. So yeah. Then we have this MAC lipstick, and this is in the shade, I believe, Russian Red. Is it? Yeah, it's Russian Red. It is the only red bullet lipstick that I own. I don't wear red lipstick a lot. In fact, I don't wear it ever, so it doesn't make sense for me to own too many reds. But this is a pretty red that if I want to wear, I will reach for this one. So yeah. Then we have 2 verified bullet lipsticks. One is in the shade Monday and the other is in the shade Boop. So one second. Yeah, so this one is Boop, and it's a beautiful terracotta shade actually. I'm gonna try to open it and show it to you if I can. Yeah, that's what Boob looks like. It's a beautiful terracotta shade, will really make your makeup, like if you're wearing this on its own and no other makeup, it will really make you stand out for sure. And then the other shade that I have, which is Monday, is a really pretty nude shade basically. If I can open it with one hand, I will definitely show you. Yes, so this is what Monday looks like. It almost washes me out, which is why if you can see over here, I had actually mixed this with my lipstick in the shade Whirl, and used to make it work like that, but unfortunately my MAC Whirl lipstick actually broke, so I decided to declutter that one. But let's move on and talk about our other lipsticks that we have. So we have 4 lipsticks from Plum that you can see right here, and this is actually my favorite formulation of liquid lipsticks. So we have Grapeful, which is the pink on the top. Then we have Toast Wanted, which is the second one. Then we have Cocoa Mocha, which is the third one, and then the last one is Truffle Teas. I told you earlier that I have a backup of Truffle Teas, and that is because this is literally the best pink ever. Like if I had to wear just one liquid lipstick, or rather I should say one lipstick for the rest of my life, it would be Truffle Teas from Plum. That's how beautiful this shade is and how versatile it is, and I use it so much I'm actually surprised I haven't run out of it yet. So that's the reason I bought a backup, even though I've not required or needed it yet. But whenever I use it up completely like this one, I want to make sure that I have a backup on hand. So that's the reason I got that. Then you can see, okay, let's go through the second row first. So we have these 2 lip crayons, which are more recent to my collection, both from Plum again, like you can see, and the top shade is La La Land and the bottom shade is Witty Pink or Witty in Pink. It's something, yeah, Witty in Pink. That's the pink shade right here. Now both of these are very natural looking on my skin. They're not bold at all. La La Land is also something, no, not La La Land, sorry, Witty in Pink is almost again a shade that kind of washes me out. La La Land is actually pretty perfect, like it's literally like my lip color basically. So yes, I love these 2 as well, but I'm going to have to use them a little bit more to figure out like my final thoughts on it. But I do like La La Land a little bit more than Witty in Pink. Again, like I said, the pink one can wash me out, so I have to wear it like a certain way. But I do like the formula and how lightweight it is on the lips. I just want to figure out shades that I can absolutely fall in love with, so that's that. Then we have some lip balms over here, so let's quickly go through those because there isn't too much. I have this Nykaa lip balm, which is I think the peach one, and then I also have the grape one. I don't use these two too much, but if I ever need a lip balm, and I'm not a lip balm person by the way, I almost never wear lip balm unless and until my lips actually get dry for some reason, then I will reach for this one, or I will reach for this one actually, which is from Maybelline. It's the baby lips, and I think this is the watermelon variant if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's the watermelon variant. So yeah, this is the 2 lip balms that I'll reach for, and then the grape one is actually in my travel pouch, because if I'm ever traveling, I like to have a lip balm on hand just in case my lips get dry when I'm in a foreign city. Not foreign city, but like if I'm not at home basically. So yeah, that's that. And then this lip balm right here from Maybelline is actually a red, like a red color basically. It's literally like a tinted lip balm. So if I want to wear a lip balm but I want some color on my lips, then I'll go for this one. And all these 3 are by the way super old, but because I don't use lip balm a ton, it doesn't make sense for me to like get rid of them. I just keep them when I ever need them. Then we have these 2 right here, which kind of both are like super thin, so they fit in the same like, I don't know, khacha. I mean in Hindi I would call it khacha, I don't know what you would call it in English. This is a lip crayon from Faces. I had 2 more of these which I actually used up this year itself. So this particular shade is in the shade Tea Rose from Faces, and then this shade is actually very similar to this one from Miss Claire that I told you. It's like a nude in the number 02, right? The Miss Claire liquid lipstick. So I would say this and the Faces Tea Rose are actually very similar. They're kind of the same family, but the Faces formula is more like comfortable. If your lips are feeling dry but you still want a matte lipstick because you like the look, or because if you want like something that's long lasting, typically I would highly suggest this. And it's also one that I've been reaching for a lot. I had to actually grab it from my office bag to put it in here and show it to you. And then a new favorite liquid lipstick formula is this one from Nykaa. It's their all day matte liquid lipstick, and this particular shade is Soul Sister. It's not gonna focus. What do I do to make it focus? Okay, it's just not going to focus, but this is the shade Soul Sister, in case you are wondering. And this is very similar to this shade actually right here. I would actually recommend the Nykaa formula over this one, even though this is the one that I'm wearing today. I'm kind of wearing it because I want to use it up, but eventually I'm going to just stick to this because this is my favorite formula ever. And I know I'm not delving too much into the formulations of these liquid lipsticks because, again, like I said, I've done that best and worst of liquid lipsticks video, so it would make more sense for you to go there and watch my in-depth thoughts on each and every formula. Today I'm just taking you through my liquid, like not my liquid lipstick collection, but my entire lipstick collection basically, which is mostly liquid lipsticks, you can say that. Then there is one random perfume which is in here, which I'm not going to talk about, but yeah. Then we have this from Maybelline. This is Touch of Spice, and I'm very proud to let you know that I am going to be out of this very soon. I've been wearing it pretty consistently and I only have this much left, so I think this is the next empty we're gonna have. And once this is empty, I can add a new lipstick to my collection, which is most probably going to be the K-Beauty liquid lipstick. But yeah, then we have these two from Maybelline. I've owned these for a long time and I don't plan to get rid of these till they like actually go bad or I use them up completely. These are going to be the next two lipsticks that I focus on using up, but for some reason I don't reach for these on an everyday basis. I reach for these only on special occasions when I want my liquid lipstick to be super duper long lasting, even though it can give me butthole lips. But my issue with this, using it every day, is that it stains my lips so bad, and then the process of removal is worse. So yeah, I have a nude which is similar to this one from Miss Claire. These are both basically the same. Yeah, it was those two, right? Yes. And then this one, which is Ruler, is very similar to these two. I've spoken about them and the comparison on the colors every single time I speak about it, but I'm still letting you know in case you haven't watched those videos. These three are basically the same, and then these two are basically the same. So yeah, this is Amazonian and this is Ruler. Because I didn't mention that, I'm letting you know. And then these are all verified liquid lipsticks. They had a buy two get two going on, and I've wanted to try this formula for the longest time. So when they had the buy two get two, I snatched that deal up and I bought 4. But the sad part is, ever since I have bought these and I want to try them out, I never get around to doing it. The only one that I've probably worn, I think once or twice, is this one right here. This is Pink Hot Cocoa. Again, it's not going to focus, but yes, that's what the shade is. But I need to get around to using all of these more. There is a red in here, which is, yeah, it's this one. I'm gonna try and like remove these and show it to you. I've kept them in the cardboard box itself because I don't know why. One part of me thinks that if I do that, it's gonna stay good for a longer amount of time. Again, I don't reach for the red red bullet lipstick here, which I showed you from MAC a ton. So I thought if I want to get into red, maybe I should try liquid lipstick, like get one in my collection and use that, and then maybe I'll get into reds. So that's why I got that. Then there's also a pink in here, which I am thinking, yeah, this is the one which I'm thinking might be similar to these three right here. So then we'll have 4 of the same shades, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But this is in the shade Rose Roulade. And then The last one is Butter Blondie, and this is what it looks like. Again, this is a nice nude, slightly brown kind of a shade. And then Pink Hot Cocoa was this one, which is pretty much an MLBB shade, at least on me personally. So yeah, we have all of those. And then the last one is this right here from Nykaa. This is in the shade Bombay. Now I have loved this before. It's another product I repurchased, but I think the formula on this one, I don't know if the formula has changed overall, or maybe this is a bad one, but it's super duper watery and runny, and it just doesn't like sit well on the lips. It gets all over my teeth. It's an absolute mess. So I'm considering decluttering this, but I'm not doing it because I'm like, I want to give you a chance. I want to see if I can make you work, because I've just loved it so much in the past. I've used up an entire one, so I'm like, I want to give you a chance. I really want to give you a chance. But if it doesn't work, this is going to be the next lipstick that I declutter from this pile, because if stuff is here, I need to use it and I need to love it. Otherwise it doesn't just make sense to keep it. So yeah, we're gonna do that. But yes, those are all the lipsticks which were in here. That's all of them lying around. I'm gonna obviously have to reorganize everything, which I will do off camera. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed my makeup collection. If you did, leave a comment down below and let me know. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye. I don't know how to do it. Bye.